will be accused, even though they're sitting out here, some people will be sitting in there because they've been arrested and they have not bailed out. Bail is money that you pay in order to make us believe that you will come back to court. That's what bail is. So if you give us $100, then we'll keep it if you don't come back to court, but we'll give it back if you do come back to court. So some people have to pay bail, maybe $100, maybe $1 million, depending on the crime, in order for us to let you out of jail because the crime is serious or because you have a pattern of not appearing in court before. Some people come to us and have been to court before and they failed to appear as many as 50 times. I've seen that myself. So those people usually have to pay a high bail. We don't let them out just with a promise to appear. On the other hand, if your crime is not serious and you've never failed to appear before, it may be that we let you go simply on your promise that you would come back. And we'll believe you until you fail to appear and prove that we were wrong. But one way or the other, you make a first appearance in your criminal case, and that's where the case starts. So at 2 o'clock in this courtroom, the judge will take the bench, which is what we call where the judge sits, and call the cases one by one. And this afternoon will be Judge Ransom, who's a visiting judge. He's not normally here. But he'll do what all the judges do who sit at 2 o'clock. So if you come to this courtroom at 2 o'clock, what you will see is brand new criminal cases or people who've been arrested on existing criminal cases and failed to come to court. They will either be sitting out here in the audience like you, if they got a ticket, or they'll be sitting in there if they got arrested and didn't bail out. But one way or the other, you will hear this afternoon the new criminal cases that have been generated by the different police departments in Fremont, Livermore, Pleasanton, Dublin, Union City, Newark. And so it gives you an idea of what's been happening out there in your community. There's a big difference, though, as you can guess, between sitting out here, like somebody who got a ticket, and sitting in there, like somebody who's been arrested. We're going to talk about that for just a moment. So those of you who are in Mr. Lee's class, not parents, but students, please go through that door. Everybody must sit. Everyone must sit. That's right. You must sit. You must be seated. Nobody can stand. Come on, there's plenty of room. I know there is. Find a seat, quick. Find a seat. No talking. Sit down, quick. Sit down. Sit down. No, on the seats, on the benches. Right there. Find a place. Now. Find a place. Sit. Why are there people still standing? Find a spot. Smush. Boy, if this was musical chairs, you guys would be losers. Hurry up. Make a friend. There you go. Okay. What is different about sitting in here from sitting out there? Yes?
These seats are metal and hard, and those seats are fluffy.
Very good. Yes?
These seats.
What?
These seats are very, very smushy, while those seats are very spacey.
They're spacey. Interesting. Yes?
Also, here, like, when we hear you, it's kind of like, it's much more different than if like muffled.
Sound is different, right? Yes?
You get protection.
Well, you get protection, but I'm not going to hurt you. Yes?
Over there, we're like free. Over here, we feel like prisoners.
That's absolutely right. What you are discovering right now is one of the differences between being in jail and being out of jail, which is you have lost some of your personal liberty. You have lost some of your airspace. You have to share your seat with somebody, maybe somebody you don't particularly like. I don't know. And you don't have any choice about it. Because when the marshal says this is where you're going to sit, then that's where you sit. And if he tells you when to sit, you sit then. And if you're sitting against somebody, next to somebody who's like 400 pounds and 7 feet tall, you're not going to have much room, are you? You're going to be the one squeezed out. And you don't have any choice. Because a part of your life, the part of your life where you get to make decisions about where you go and when you go and who you go with, you've lost that ability. And that ability has now been given to the marshal, or the probation officer, or the police officer, or whoever's in charge of you. So, it becomes really important for you in here to get out there. And how does that happen? Yes?
We get out of jail.
How do you get out of jail? Pay cash? Why would you have to pay anything? Bail, but maybe you can't bail out. Maybe you don't have that much money, yes? Oh, what do we talk about downstairs? When do you have to prove yourself innocent in America? Never. You never have to prove yourself innocent. They have to prove you guilty.
They have to prove you guilty.
What are the tools you need to get out of here? Yes?
A magical hammer.
A magical hammer. Mr. Lee, you've taught them so well. No. You need your constitutional rights. Where do we find them? Yes? What is the Bill of Rights? Yes.
It's basically the amendments.
Which amendments?
12. The 12.
Nope.
10.
10. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Those of you who studied the Constitution might think it's kind of boring. I did when I was your age. But it's not just a piece of paper when you're sitting in here. Instead, it's very important. The Fourth Amendment right to be free of unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fifth Amendment right to due process and to be free from being called as a witness against yourself. The Sixth Amendment right to effective assistance of a lawyer. The right to a speedy trial. The right to reasonable bail. The right against cruel and unusual punishment. All of those things become very, very important when you're sitting in here. And in fact, we're playing a tape recording for the people who are in jail right now behind that door so that they can learn their constitutional rights if they didn't already learn them in the 5th grade. We want to remind them. And that's another one of the unique things about our system, which is that we've paid this nice man all kinds of money to send him to school and to give him that fancy uniform and to teach him how to shoot a gun. And he went out there and he did exactly what we taught him to do. He arrested you. Wow. And he brought you here. And even though he did all that, we're going to turn right around and now tell you what your rights are so you can get out. That is one of the unique things about our system. So that you will have the tools to get out of jail, starting with your request for a lawyer. And at 2 o'clock, Judge Ransom will ask each defendant if they want to be represented by a lawyer. And if they want to, he'll ask them if they can pay for their own. And if they can't, they'll be represented by public defender. Right. And that will happen in a different courtroom, like the courtroom that we're going to visit next. My courtroom, Department 605. So we're going to go across the hall now and visit that courtroom. Hold your prayer. No, I can't hear you. There's too much noise. So ask me across the hall. Thank you very much, Madam Clerk.